Hey guys, Leslie Robbins here in the Young Hollywood Lounge, joined by this lovely lady. Now, you know the face, you definitely know the voice, your favorite AI evil robot, M3GAN, but her name is Miss Jenna Davis. Welcome to the Young Hollywood Lounge.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Amazing to see you here.
Thank you, I'm so excited. I've watched Young Hollywood actually growing up, so this feels very surreal. I remember watching so many interviews when I was 9, 10. I mean, literally since I was very young, so it feels very surreal to be here.
Right. So you watched our YouTube channel, but you have your own.
I do,
So
yes.
did you get inspiration from Young Hollywood, or how did you even start YouTube back in the day?
I always wanted to create and just have fun as a kid. And so along with acting and music, I told my mom at 13 that I wanted to be a YouTuber. And we didn't really understand that you can kind of create a career out of YouTube as well. So my mom kind of thought of it as a joke in some way because I learned to edit by myself from watching YouTube videos. My mom's like, I wish you would have started sooner now if we would have known. Then we would have really helped you and not have left you in your room to just try to figure it out yourself. And I'm like, well, that's exactly what I did because I kind of see myself as like a three-legged stool and to always keep myself busy. I like to focus on many different things because if not, if you get so stuck in one career path, I feel like sometimes you can become super like hyper fixated on it or obsessed with it, and you know the entertainment industry is out of your control and not on your timing, and you know you can create and do other things. Meanwhile, that was kind of my mindset from a young age was, okay, if I'm not on set, well I can make my own set at home and have fun and create and use my imagination.
Very wise words. Your mom brought you up right. But now let's go back to that stool analogy, and we're gonna like tap into one leg of the stool.
Sure.
Your singing and songwriting career.
Thank you, yeah.
You're taking off.
Thank you. I mean, it's been such a blast. I've been singing ever since I was young because my mom was a piano and voice coach. So I have always had music in my life, but I knew I wanted to do country from the beginning because I was raised on Patsy Cline and Dolly Parton and my personal favorite, Shania Twain. I love her so much. Yeah. Through that, I, just have always had country music in my life, and I've always just enjoyed the storytelling of it so much. And I started songwriting when I was, I think, 15 because of a boy I met on a cruise.
Boys.
Of course, but that's how it all starts. And then you realize that, you can really express your emotions. I always say when words fail, music speaks. And I feel like that's how I get my emotions out, is just either writing a rage song and screaming at somebody virtually, or writing something sad or happy. I feel like it's just a way to express emotion.
Yeah, I'm curious what happened with the boy from the cruise, because that's really the question, right?
I mean, my first song ever was called Summer of 19 because it was in 2019, and he went to prom with another girl. And so I got my little 15-year-old heart broken, and I wrote my first song on my iPad, and it just kind of birthed and came to life. And I went into my mom's room and I said, hey, I wrote a song for the first time and I actually think it's good.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started. And then a couple singles later, working on my forthcoming album, and a lot's happened and I've learned so much.
Tell me about the new release.
Yes, so I just released a new song called Miss Wannabe. I am so excited about it. The response has been really quite overwhelming. I posted it to TikTok and within 24 hours it had 1 million views, and I was like, what is going on here? Oh my goodness. I just kind of threw it out there. I was like, we're just gonna tease it. And then I told my team, I was like, nope, we gotta release this one like ASAP. People are loving it. But it's pretty much about when your ex finds a new person that looks pretty much exactly like you. But the song was written by Shane Stevens, Abby Kabler, and Maria Christensen, and they are absolutely phenomenal. And I have always loved the song since day one. I feel like this is the most challenging song vocally I've ever done.
What comes first? Like putting notes down and finding a melody, or the lyrics to get your emotions out?
I think I'm a big concept person. Okay. Ironically, so for instance, I have a song called FBI.
Yeah.
And it's about how girls stalk guys on Instagram. And
no, we don't.
Exactly. I love having my songs to be unique and like very concept based. Yeah. It's everything for me. When I think about creating a song, I think, okay, how am I gonna market this? How am I going to really bring the visuals to life, and how can I just make it the most authentic to Jenna but also relatable to my audience? And so most of the time I'm a pretty big title person, is I want to come into the room with 30 to 50 titles, so then we just can go and have fun and go down a rabbit hole. I kind of feel like it's Alice in Wonderland in some way.
You have an Alice in Wonderland vibe, actually.
Thank you.
know
That's a big compliment. I mean,
live action.
Disney hit me up.
Wait, you're in the Disney family already.
I am.
When you look back on your Disney days, does it just like, that's the seed that helped everything?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it just taught me so much. It was my first, I was on Raven's Home, and it's taught me so much. And now, years later, I mean, I just worked at another multicam this past week, and that whole experience, I just learned so much. And I just had the best experience on Disney, and they have really good cookie pie and craft services.
Well, your famous character, M3GAN, sang, but that's not your real voice. Thank goodness, like, everyone, that's not her real voice.
Well, I was very scared when I was doing the first film because I didn't want people to think that how I sang for the character is how I actually sing in real life. But, you know, she's super fun to play, and it's also just, like, I guess, a layer of me that I can dive into if needed and when needed.
Well, we have 2.0 happening.
Yes.
More evil.
Yes.
What's happening with M3GAN 2.0?
Oh my goodness. I mean, and if you watch the trailer, you can see there's definitely some new surprises and things that are going to occur. I think this includes a lot more action. A lot of people have been pointing that out, which has been super exciting. I'm really excited for people to see. I've been attending conventions and meeting people that love the film so much, and it is so incredible to see the reaction, and I could have never asked for anything better or more. People just love her so much, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness, what a relief.
Doesn't that make you a scream queen?
Like, some people have used those words, and that is beyond crazy to me because I really never watched too much horror before the film.
Tell me if I'm wrong. You put the voice on the doll after the film was done?
For the first film,
Yeah.
correct. I came post-production, and that was really bizarre and really exciting, and but it was also quite a challenge because, you know, when you're voice acting, you're not necessarily having that face-to-face communication, and that is a lot easier when you have another person to talk to, or hey, can we go through this scene together? Hey, can we do this? And it's been such a blast. And our director, Mr. Gerard Johnstone, he is phenomenal, and I applaud him so much, and I forever will applaud him because he always knows what he wants.
What I love asking actors about their audition process, and to get that role, is it true, the closet and the
Yes.
phone and the...
Yes, I did it on my bedroom floor closet, and I really got the role. I saw that it was for an AI, and I thought, okay, well, there's two ways I can go about this. I can be like Siri and Alexa and kind of be boring, but then I read how much dialogue she had, and I read that she's quite fun. She's not boring at all. She has some sass and personality, so I thought, okay, let's just give it a run for its money. Let's just give it my best shot and just go for it. And I kind of chose a character. That's always been my motto when it comes to acting, is like, how do I stand out and make casting directors be like, oh, who's that girl doing the weird, I don't know, accent, or doing the weird hand thing, or using that weird prop? They ended up really liking it, and at the end of the day, Gerard told me, he's like, you know, you made a choice, and nobody else did that choice, and that's what made you stand out, and that's what made you our M3GAN. And I'm like, well, I'm so glad I did. But yeah, bedroom floor closet, probably in some sweats and some Britney Spears graphic tee or something. I don't know. I always try to do my auditions in the most comfy clothes, especially when they're voiceover. Just there in my sweats playing an evil robot. It's a fun time.
But you're not evil. You're sweet as can be.
Thank you.
Alice in Wonderland.
Thank you. I don't know. I feel like I always get these weird mean parts, and I'm like, well, you know, maybe one day I'll play someone that's similar to me, but honestly, it's really fun, and it's such a challenge to play someone so far different from myself. You know, M3GAN was a lot of people's introductory, like, horror film. Like, I've had 13-year-olds, 8-year-olds even, 6-year-olds come up to me, tell me that it was their first horror film. So hopefully number 2 will exceed all of their expectations and they'll like it even more. I want it to be the thing where, like, people say that they like the sequel more than the original. It really made a splash in the town, which is so exciting, and I really think number 2 will do the same because Gerard just continued that vision, and I'm really thankful that he believes in me and still believes in me enough to keep me there. So it's super fun.